Good to have you back. This is the Natural English Channel, your daily English practice. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Oliver. We are incredibly happy you decided to spend some time with us today.
And if this is your very first time listening, welcome to our space. I'm Sophie. I usually guide our English journey, and Oliver is the voice of every learner out there.
That is a very polite way of saying that I make the embarrassing mistakes so you don't have to.
We also have Sara with us today. She is my colleague from the office, the absolute definition of professionalism, meaning she knows exactly how the corporate world works.
She really does. And Max, the dog, is currently sleeping under the desk. He's our emotional support animal.
He is doing a great job today. And right now, let me tell you what is waiting for you in this episode.
Because today, we're talking about a business vocabulary mistake that can make you look like an absolute amateur, meaning someone who doesn't have professional experience.
We have a story from Oliver's week that involves a big presentation, a very serious boss, and Sara having to step in to save the day.
We are going to reveal a visual metaphor, the cash register and the handshake, that will make you perfectly bilingual in the corporate world.
You will learn fixed expressions that native speakers use in meetings every single day and how to navigate the tricky gray areas.
And we have a situation quiz at the end where I have to prove I actually learned my lesson.
Stay with us. This is the episode that will upgrade your professional vocabulary instantly.
Customer, client, 2 words, buying products, paying for services, handshakes, and that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Okay, Oliver, the stage is yours. Tell everyone what happened in the meeting room on Tuesday.
My palms are sweating just thinking about it. So we were having a huge review with the director of our department.
A very high-stakes situation, meaning a situation with a lot of pressure and risk involved.
Exactly, high stakes. And I was presenting our strategy for our biggest account, the people who pay our agency a lot of money for marketing.
I see where this is going.
I stood up, pointed at the screen, and confidently said, "We need to make sure this customer is completely satisfied with our new campaign."
Oh no, you called your biggest agency account a customer.
I did, and the room went completely silent. The director raised his eyebrows, and Sara, who was sitting next to me, gently cleared her throat.
Sara to the rescue. What did she do?
She smiled at the director and said, "What Oliver means is that our relationship with this client is our top priority."
She seamlessly, meaning smoothly and without any awkward stops, corrected you.
She saved my life, but after the meeting, she pulled me aside and told me I can never, ever call them a customer again.
She was absolutely right, and this is a massive confusion for English learners all over the world.
It feels like the same thing. They give us money, we give them something they want. Why does the word matter so much?
Because the word dictates the depth of the relationship. It is all about the nature of the transaction, and we are going to fix this right now with a metaphor.
I need this metaphor immediately, please.
Let's start with customer. Think of a customer as a loud cash register.
A cash register, the machine at the supermarket that goes cha-ching.
Exactly. The cash register is transactional, meaning it is based on a simple exchange of money for goods. It is usually quick. It is not deeply personal.
Okay, the cash register is fast. You buy the thing, you leave.
Yes, you walk into a coffee shop, you buy a coffee, you are a customer. You buy a television at an electronics store, you are a customer. You buy a plane ticket, you are a customer.
I exchange money for a physical product or a standard service. There's no deep personal relationship.
Precisely. The company loves you, but they don't know your life story. They don't tailor, meaning they don't custom make or adjust, the television specifically for your living room.
Okay, the loud cash register, standard goods, transactional, customer. I understand that perfectly.
Now, let's look at client. Think of a client as a firm handshake and a signed contract.
The handshake, that sounds much more serious.
It is. A client pays for professional services, expert advice, or highly personalized work over a period of time.
Professional services, like a lawyer.
Exactly. You don't walk into a law firm, pick a divorce package off a shelf, and scan it at a cash register. You sit down, you shake hands, the lawyer listens to your specific problems and provides expert counsel. You are a client.
Oh, wow. So a marketing agency, like where I work, we provide expert advice and personalized campaigns.
Yes, that is why Sarah corrected you. When you called them a customer, you made the relationship sound like they were just buying a coffee from you.
I downgraded the relationship, meaning I made it sound less important and less sophisticated.
You did. Calling an agency's client a customer makes it sound transactional. They pay you for your brain, your strategy, and your long-term partnership. They are a client.
The handshake, the ongoing relationship, professional services, client. This is a huge distinction.
It changes the entire tone. An accountant has clients, an architect has clients, a consultant has clients.
Because they all provide tailored, meaning custom-made advice and services. They use their expertise to solve specific problems.
Precisely. Now, let's talk about the gray areas, because language is never mathematically perfect.
I was wondering about that. What about a bank? Are you a customer or client?
That is a brilliant question. It actually depends on what you are doing at the bank.
Really? It changes inside the same building?
Yes, if you just walk into the bank to open a basic checking account or use the ATM, you are a retail customer. The bank treats you like a standard transaction.
Okay, standard checking account equals loud cash register. I'm a customer.
But if you are very wealthy and you sit down with a wealth manager who gives you personalized advice on how to invest millions of dollars,
Then I am a client because it is professional, personalized advice, the handshake.
exactly. The same institution has customers for standard products and clients for specialized services.
That is fascinating. What about a hairdresser? I'm paying for a service, right?
Another great gray area. In everyday language, a regular hair salon usually calls people customers, but a very high-end, expensive stylist who consults with you about your image might call you a client.
It elevates, meaning it raises the status of the relationship. Calling them a client makes the business sound more exclusive and professional.
You nailed it. Many modern businesses use the word client just to make the relationship sound more prestigious, meaning having high status and respect.
Even if it's just a fancy gym, they might say clientele instead of customers.
Exactly. Clientele is the collective noun for clients. It sounds much more elegant than a list of customers.
Sarah would definitely use the word clientele. I can hear her saying it right now.
She uses it daily. Now, let's look at some fixed expressions in the business world. You need these for your next meeting.
Please give me the corporate vocabulary. I need to impress the director.
First expression, customer service.
Customer service. We never say client service?
We generally don't. Customer service is a fixed department name for handling complaints, returns, and general inquiries. Even companies with clients often call that specific support desk customer service.
Okay, the department that answers the phone when my internet is broken is customer service.
Perfect. Second expression, client base. This means the group of people or companies that regularly pay for your professional services.
Client base. We need to expand our client base in Europe. That sounds incredibly professional. I'm writing that down.
Yes, you can also say customer base for retail, but client base is what your agency should be focusing on.
Got it. What about customer satisfaction? That is very common. It's a metric, meaning a standard of measurement. We send out surveys to measure customer satisfaction.
Exactly. And the counterpart for long-term relationships is client retention. Retention means the ability to keep someone coming back and renewing their contracts.
Client retention. The handshake continues year after year. Our client retention rate is excellent.
You sound like a CEO right now. Customer service, client base, customer satisfaction, client retention. Learn them whole.
I'm going to use all of these in my presentation tomorrow. Sarah will be so proud.
Let's do an error check first. 3 common mistakes learners make in the business world.
I am ready. Test my business English.
Wrong. Our law firm has over 500 customers.
Our law firm has over 500 clients. A law firm provides expert legal advice and representation. It is the handshake. Lawyers have clients, never customers.
Excellent. Wrong. I went to the grocery store, but there were too many clients in line.
I went to the grocery store, but there were too many customers in line. A grocery store sells physical goods. It is the loud cash register. Supermarkets have customers.
Spot on. Wrong. As an independent graphic designer, I'm looking for new customers.
As an independent graphic designer, I'm looking for new clients. A designer provides a customized professional service based on their expertise. They build relationships. Handshake. They need clients.
3 for 3. You navigated the business world perfectly.
My corporate vocabulary is feeling very strong.
And I want to take a moment to say something directly to everyone listening right now, especially those who use English at work.
Listen closely.
If you are nervous in a meeting and you accidentally call a client a customer, please remember that the world will not stop spinning. Your intelligence is not measured by one word.
Yeah, my director raised his eyebrows, but he still listened to my marketing strategy. The ideas are what matter most.
Exactly. We learn these nuances, meaning these subtle differences, to show respect and build confidence. But communication is about connection. Do not let the fear of making a mistake keep you silent in the meeting room.
Be brave. Speak up, even if you mess up the handshake sometimes.
Perfectly said. And now, quiz time. I will give you a situation, and you have to complete the sentence by identifying if they are a customer or a client.
I am ready. I have my cash register and my handshake ready to go.
Situation 1. You are a therapist. People come to your office every week to talk about their personal lives and get professional psychological help. You say, I have a new...
I say I have a new client. Therapy is a deeply personal, professional service. It requires absolute trust and ongoing relationship, definitely a handshake. Client.
Correct. Situation 2. You own a small bakery. People walk in every morning to buy fresh bread and croissants. You say, we need to attract more.
I say we need to attract more customers. I'm selling physical goods. People buy the bread and leave. It's the loud cash register. Customers.
Perfect. Situation 3. You are a software developer who builds custom websites for local businesses. You just signed a 6-month contract. You say, I am meeting with my...
I say I am meeting with my client. I'm providing expert, customized service over a long period. There's a contract. Handshake. Client.
Excellent. Situation 4. You're walking into a massive retail clothing store. You try on a jacket, buy it, and walk out. To the store manager, you are a...
To the store manager, I am a customer. Transactional. I gave money, I got a jacket. Cash register. Customer.
You got all 4 right. Your corporate instincts are fully calibrated, meaning they are accurately adjusted and ready.
You know, thinking about the handshake really changed my perspective.
How so?
When you realize someone is a client, you treat them differently. You don't just process them. You listen to them. You feel a responsibility to guide them.
It's a partnership.
Yes, a customer wants a good product, but a client wants your brain and your care. The word client is actually a sign of deep professional respect.
It absolutely is, and using it correctly shows that you understand the value of that relationship.
Sara wasn't just correcting my grammar. She was protecting the respect we have for our partners.
That is exactly what she was doing. She understands the weight of the words.
Come back to this review and say these words out loud with us. Let's practice that professional respect.
Customer, the cash register, buying products or standard services. The supermarket has customers. Repeat after us. Customer.
Customer.
Slowly. Customer.
Customer. Transactional. Quick. The loud cash register.
Client, the handshake, paying for professional, customized services. The lawyer has clients. Repeat after us. Client.
Client.
Slowly. Client.
Client. Long-term relationship. Expert advice. The firm handshake.
And if there's any corporate jargon, meaning confusing business vocabulary, that makes you sweat in meetings, leave it in the comments below.
We want to know what makes you nervous at work. Your comments become our future episodes.
We read every single one. Put your business English doubts down there.
And go watch our last video. We talked about speak and talk,
We learned the difference between a formal megaphone and a casual coffee table.
which is exactly what you need to know before you try talking to your new clients. The link is in the description right now.
And if this metaphor helped you feel more professional today, please like and subscribe.
It helps our channel build a huge and wonderful client base. Wait, no, viewer base.
See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Go out there and shake some hands.
Bye, everyone.